Hello everybody, and we are back for another TRIAD WARS Twitch stream. I am your community manager Ian, and with me today is...
I am James.
And you'll be noticing that there's only two of us today. Oh no, where's Steve?
He's not here.
Oh, tragic.
He's taking some time off to be with his family.
What a smart man.
He's got a newborn baby and a 3-year-old and a wife, and they've missed him.
Fair enough.
I imagine.
You imagine. Well, it's getting to that time of year. The holidays are sort of coming up very quickly, and so more and more people are taking a couple days off. Also missing from this week's stream is Justin, our producer, who is usually in the Twitch chat answering questions. So today we have Steve, our project manager, filling in for Justin, and he will be answering your questions in the stream, and we will probably answer the occasional question as well.
I'll certainly try to do so.
Excellent. Do you want to take us into the game?
Well, why not? So here we are. It's PorkBunMan yet again, and you will see he's sporting some camo clothing, and that's because he's been turkey hunting lately.
Indeed he has.
And I thought today what we would try to do is actually level him up.
Well, we're very close to the next rank.
It's just tempting, right? Because he's right on the brink. So I don't really know how Steve left him set up, but I do know that I want to go do some exports, and I got some ready to go.
Nice.
So that seems like maybe the thing I should go do.
A great starting point and a great way to get a bunch of face really quite easily, quite quickly.
Yeah. Plus, look at me in my camo outfit.
And your awesome vehicle, which should be sitting out front there.
Oh, is it selected?
It should be, yes.
Oh.
So yeah, don't have a ton of new stuff to talk about this week. Of course, last week we were talking all about our Fantastic Fall update. Don't have another update this week. We did have a small maintenance window yesterday morning, which was just to fix a few little minor bugs here and there. Which, small improvements to the game, probably things that most people won't have noticed, but when they did notice them were somewhat annoying. So those are fixed, and we can move forward from there. And we'll hopefully have another update to the game sort of mid-December, which will...
Yeah, it's probably around 2 weeks away. And it's got a bunch of little improvements, little incremental changes, stuff to the store, a lot of things under the hood. It's not going to be one where you're going to go, oh my god, I can't believe they did that thing. But it will make the game better, and it's got some stuff under the hood that lets us do more with the game in the longer term.
Yep.
So, not the most exciting for you as a player today, but it's good stuff in the long term.
There are a few little
things. Yeah, there's some things
that we won't really talk about today, but
I am not allowed.
Just that they exist and that they are going to be fun.
How's that for vague? Hey everyone, we're doing things we're not telling you about.
But they're fun things, and you will like them. That's our prediction.
Please believe us. It could be true.
It could be true. But yeah, again, it's the year sort of winding down, and things are a little bit slower at this time of year. People taking time off to spend with Steve and Justin, spend with their families.
Mind you, they're not off for the holiday. They're just taking time now.
Just taking time.
Actually, you know what it is? We're kind of misleading people. It's not that they're taking time off for the holiday. It's they've taken no vacation all year long, and HR is demanding that they use up some of that time because they can't just sit on it forever. And so because they've worked tirelessly, like Steve never was on holiday, so he's just piled up days for years, and they told him he had to go take a few. So he under protest for a few days. But he'll be back next week.
I guess there are worse things to have happen in your life.
Well, for the players, you can't ask for more out of them.
He's dedicated for sure. But yeah, so it's going to be a little bit of a lighter update because of the downtime, but we'll...
Because of Slacker Steve.
Yeah, we'll get right back at it in the new year, and you can expect some relatively big things coming in the next year or so.
Oh.
Set the game volume down. Do you want to pull up the settings?
No.
Oh, I guess you can if you're...
Not right now.
Mid-export. We'll get to that in just a second. Oh, no, you can.
Just a bit of a delay on it.
Audio. Oh, that's about as low as they can go. You're just going to have to start
talking
louder.
Fine. I'm really excited. I'm happy to be here. I can't wait to do another export for you all. How about that?
Is that better?
I think somewhere Steve M is groaning.
Perhaps. Still waiting for feedback from the Twitch chat of... thank you.
There's a bit of a delay.
Yeah.
Thank you for yelling. You're welcome.
That's not a comment you hear very often.
No, most people want me to shut up. Still, I'm thrilled and delighted that you want to actually hear me, so...
Good times. So, some cool things going on around the office in this holiday season. I'm sure a lot of you may not know this, but winter is kind of a tough time of year for some people who are less fortunate, less privileged, especially in the food department.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of awesome endeavors in different parts of the world to, collect food for families over the holiday season. And I'm proud to say that UFG is participating in one such endeavor with the Vancouver Food Bank. You may have heard of the hashtag GamersGatherGrub, which is, look at this. Perfect timing.
I am now a Red Bull.
Nice. So what does being a Red Bull get you?
It lets me use heavy weapons.
Nice.
Which our long-term players already know as being a thing they always had, but for newer players who are ranking up now for the first time, the big guns unlock at Red Bull.
Awesome.
And so PorkBunMan now gets them, which means that when he buys favor packs, he can get grenade launchers and big machine guns and stuff like that, which weren't coming in favor packs for him recently. Not since we added the change that added these rank unlocks. So, next rank, we've got big money coming in, but we can do much better. Let's get rich. Get to Incense Master, and we'll have the connections we need to boost export profits through the roof. What's that mean? Well, they're worth about 30-40% more next rank. So you're going to make a ton more money, and it's going to be a lot easier to pay for everything, basically.
It's an impressive buff.
I like it. So, now that I've ranked up, let's go enjoy the rank a little. By which I mean get some upgrades and stuff.
Cool.
That was slow to load.
It was. So we can upgrade our safe house now.
Yeah, and that's sort of my first thing to do always. Because safe house lets me build everything else and launder more money. So, I got the money for it. Boom. That's now happening.
So we still have a reasonable amount to work on some rackets, which is the racket of choice for...
The biggest thing is actually going to be the warehouse. Because when I upgrade my warehouse, the exports pay out better.
Okay.
It's not just the amounts are larger, but the returns get higher.
Nice.
So exporting becomes more valuable per commodity as well. However, I do have one export ready to go now, and if I upgrade this, I'll need a little more designs. But maybe that's a good thing. I still want that higher rate. So this screen doesn't make it super clear, really. Like, it tells you about the increased capacity, but we don't actually spell it out for you. Your exports are more profitable than they used to be. But all of you who are listening, you know. And I know I need to add it to the UI.
Yeah.
What can I say?
So one thing we might want to touch on is that for a lot of our core player base, they've been playing the game for months now. They've probably reached some of the higher ranks.
Yeah.
They may not see all the changes that we're adding to the game all the time.
Yeah, you kind of level past a lot of it, I'm afraid.
Yeah, so a lot of our focus has been on really improving the first part of the game, and our sort of intent is to work on the early parts of the game and then expand into the later ranks. So, it's maybe worth it for some people to create a new account and start playing through the game to experience some of the cool stuff that we've added. And at some point in the future, I'm not sure exactly when, we're going to hopefully be adding the ability to have multiple characters on a single account, so you don't have to create a brand new account.
Yeah, I was actually just talking to some engineers about doing that today. Not trivial. Not super easy. No, Jordan was like, well, maybe it's a couple weeks, maybe it's a couple more. We could schedule some time for me to give you a better estimate if you want. And like, when you ask them how long will this take, and their answer is we can schedule time to tell you, you know it's a long time. However, it's a thing we are pursuing, and we're going to have to get there. It's just not happening like today.
No.
But we have a special reason also for wanting to let people have multiple characters.
We do have a special reason.
And we don't want to announce it yet, do we?
Oh, well, we can maybe talk
But
about it a little
I want to hint
bit.
and tease and basically do everything but say, because I can.
Yeah.
And it's
I
live
think so.
and you won't stop me.
I'm
So
not going to stop you.
We have a special...
Maybe I can...
How do I put this without
Start
quite saying
us
it? Yeah, you gotta...
So there's been something that we've sort of been talking about in sort of a broader...
People have asked for a certain thing.
Yes. And we've said
We
we
want to
don't
do it
have any
someday.
information for you now, but there should be information coming soon. And hopefully, we were actually planning to give you guys more information about it in this last month. And then one of our artists here decided to go and have another child and took paternity leave. And so that got sort of delayed a little bit. So, hi, Tyler. Congratulations. So yeah, that's sort of the lead up of why this thing hasn't really been talked about more prior to this. Are you going to go for the safe?
Well, no, I don't want to challenge myself too much, frankly, because the pressure of everyone watching, and normally it's Steve driving and I just get to mock him, and that's a lot
fair.
Easier. But I just
You
want
should go
to
with some bonus XP though.
make life easy for me. So that's what raid packs are all about.
Nice.
And I don't want to embarrass myself. So
Fair enough.
someone's saying they're seeing a black screen.
Yeah, try refreshing your stream. Hopefully that will help. We're up and running. Doesn't seem like most people are having problems, so.
It's you, not me. What can I say? Alright, so I think we're good now. I got time, I got XP, I got ammo.
Do you have a gun that you like?
I assume so.
You're happy with the
I hope so.
Deus Ex rifle?
I just hope so.
Nice.
So I'm gonna go hit the design racket because that's the export I want to do next.
Sounds good.
And these guys don't have guns, which is great because I habitually run into rooms full of guys with guns and just get shot up before I put my gun out. And boy, that's not good. So.
That's never fun.
And I do it so often. Like, I've gone back and forth between wanting to have some giant warning, you're approaching a room full of guys with guns. Or maybe there's a favor that alerts you, so if you happen to be like me where you habitually get that wrong, you have, some way out, but...
Long range metal detector detects guns in the next room.
Yeah. By the way, so for those of you watching, if you have suggestions about favors that would make your life easier, things that, essentially make your life easier, I'd be curious to hear what you have in mind. That, and also favors that we could give you that would modify a raid. So, much like we have our safe favor now, where before the raid you can play the safe favor, and then in the raid there's a safe, and if you find it there's a big reward. What was the other opt-in one we did?
The Goon Squad.
Yeah, the Goon Squad, where you basically take on this extra bit of challenge and you get an extra reward. We want to do a bunch more like that, where we let you say, here's how I want to make my raid different. So you put that extra challenge on yourself, and then you get extra reward for it. So if you got suggestions along those lines, I'm really keen on them because I want to put a bunch of those in pretty much right away. It's a thing we have a bit of bandwidth to do.
Awesome.
It's sort of a function of how our team is structured. We got a character artist, and he does not do network tech, and so, he's going to work on character art, which means we're going to get certain new character art things, not to name them, but, and we've got some gameplay guys who can work on stuff like new favors that do things like what I just mentioned. So
might be time to use your combat meter.
No,
I'm good. Okay.
Well, no, I'm just
telling you, you're surrounded by 4 grapplers, 3 of which have crowbars.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary. Scary to your...
Are you building drama, or are you actually worried for me?
I'm genuinely worried for you.
Because I'm incompetent?
No, because...
I'd accept that. I mean, I'm not pretending to be Steve.
It's true. Steve is the master of the game.
I wonder why.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's almost like he designed it. Although, you designed it
I've
too.
had my hand in this for about 6 years.
So, what's your excuse?
I do metagames and systems, not combat.
Ah, fair enough.
Whereas he's been like a gameplay guy. Oh.
Now it's time. Oh.
Yeah.
Get up.
Just getting up slowly. I feel like I should bust down. Oh, no.
No. Oh, tragic.
And thus, by couch rules, which I'm now invoking, I'm going to hand the controller to you.
Oh no.
While they can all mock me.
Okay.
Because
You're gonna
I'm
have to-
shocked.
Shocked and appalled?
Well, it's twice one afternoon. What you folks watching don't know. Yeah, I know, but I don't want to just exploit the gun. I know I could have done that. But,
Yes.
But
do
I
tell.
actually have suffered 2 tragic deaths this afternoon because at lunch I was playing Diablo Hardcore Seasonal and I lost a hardcore character. And interestingly, I'm playing with a bunch of coworkers. There were 4 of us, and 3 of us suffered hardcore deaths this lunch. And that was...
tragic.
It was pretty bad, actually. A lot of epic things got
Okay.
lost, so...
We are underleveled, is what I'm thinking.
I know. I mean,
This is the
you
problem
see what
with
I was
ranking up.
against. Well, that's true.
Well, we're pretty close to ranking back down.
You could just play a
If I
refresh
die
rival.
here, maybe I'll do some operations. Maybe that's the smart thing to do here.
You know what I didn't do is I did not buy a level up pack when I leveled up. And so I could have been stronger. But I also don't have any gold right now, so...
Yeah, that's true. Because
And right
Steve-
before the stream started, I did the money laundering and collected that gold, but it's not enough on its own.
Steve
And
spent
I-
all that money last week trying to get a Goon Squad favor. Remember?
Yeah.
Did you have any updates on the Goon
Oh,
Squad
yeah,
favors?
I don't know if it went in the update we did... Well, when was the update? It was yesterday?
Yes, the update was yesterday.
It might have been pushed out yesterday, or if not, then it'll be out in 2 weeks, but I did increase the rate there.
Oh, nice.
The drop rate, so.
I'm just clearing some rival contacts with my favorite weapon, the Chicken Man.
You notice the feathers?
Yeah, I love the feathers.
So, interesting thing, but the participation rate in that turkey killing challenge was higher, I think, than any other challenge we've ever had.
Nice.
83% of all players did at least the first tier of the turkey challenge, and more than half of everyone got to the third tier. And so, it was an easy challenge, because the turkeys don't put up a lot of fight. But does that mean that, in general, challenges are too hard? And we should make them all easier because people seem to really like the easy one? Or...
Well, my take is...
I think people want to be challenged.
It's called a challenge. It's got to have some degree of challenge to it, yes?
Yeah. People did seem to like it. Looking at Twitch
Get
there.
you. Ugh.
Teddle likes it. How do you pronounce that?
Tatey.
Tatey?
Yes.
Tatey, I'm going to call you Ted. Because that's not your name either, but I can pronounce Ted without feeling stupid. So, Ted liked it.
Did he? Ooh, ouch, ouch,
We
ouch.
got a question from Cute Amy.
Oh, hey, cute Amy.
Hey, Cute Amy. Any chance of a playable female character? Asks Cute Amy. Yes, Cute Amy. There is a chance of a playable female character. It's a good chance. I would watch closely in the weeks to come.
Come on, let me out. There we go.
How's that for an answer?
Subtle.
Yeah.
Very subtle.
Yeah. So that's a thing that's probably on the horizon in the not too distant future.
Oh no.
And we're very happy about
Ah!
it. Should that be the case? How about that?
There we go. Maybe I caught him too quickly. Maybe I need to- oh, there we go.
Shakedown success.
Production boost. And now it's time to go and find a pork bun.
Pork bun your way to fitness.
That really should be my slogan in life. Pork bun your way to fitness.
Sadly, it's mine. Here's someone.
So I think I got halfway through talking about Gamers Gather Grub
Oh, yeah.
and didn't finish.
We're doing good as a studio.
We are doing philanthropic things.
There
We
are, I think, 8 studios, game studios in Vancouver. We're all competing with one another because charity is ultimately about winning. To see which studio I joke, to see which studio can gather the most food for the food bank. And so because all the studios are different sizes, we're taking the total head count of the studio and dividing that by the number of boxes of food that is collected. And right now, a studio that isn't us is in first place, but I think we're going to win anyway.
We're currently in fourth, but...
Wow, that's so bad.
Yeah, but this was a good week for us. We did well this week, and next week's going to be even better because we've been really collecting funds, and we're planning to do a big shopping trip.
Yeah.
I know, they're ambushing my ambulance.
Basically, we're taking minivans to Costco. Well, people are trying hard. And really, you know what? I'll just say, it's in part because of Warren, in part it's because of Anna, in part it's because of Duncan, and other people I won't mention. But they have been at least on our floor, they've been the big drivers of getting this happening. So, it's Gamers Gather Grub, and we're giving away food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're giving away a lot of food. So far we've collected...
the studio is matching, too.
Yeah, the studio is matching all our contributions, which is awesome.
So I put in $20, and UFG puts in 20 to match me, which means my 20 becomes 40.
Awesome. Currently we have 27 boxes.
Would it be cheating if we set up a way for our fans of the game to put donations in that we then match and get to the thing?
Possibly. I don't know what the
I don't know how invested our audience is in helping UFG beat Capcom Vancouver at...
I think Iugo was the winning...
I know, but I want to beat Capcom.
Oh, is that your goal?
Yeah.
Oh.
My wife works at Capcom, so
that would
I feel it's important that I win.
Fair enough.
Because it's about winning.
Charity is about winning.
With game studios competing, it usually
Absolutely.
is. Yeah.
Well, it's not every game studio in Vancouver. There's a couple that are...
Yeah, I know.
Noticeably
There's
absent.
a couple that chose not to help the world.
Yeah.
I wonder who.
Rather big company.
Yeah.
Company where my girlfriend works.
Oh, really?
Not partaking.
Can we call them up by name?
I wouldn't.
I used to work for them, though not in town. I've said too much. Interrupt the deal.
Interrupt the deal. I'm good at interrupting deals.
I'm pretty good with interrupting deals, too. It's more like running into rooms full of guys with pipes and feeling bullish about my health when I fall down.
Oh, I couldn't even hit an inanimate object well in slow motion.
Wait, Incendiary is a question.
Ask away, Incendiary.
He says wink if I'm right, and he's suggesting an answer for where we were going conversationally. But I can't answer you.
Oh, can I?
No.
Without knowing what he suggested, can I wink?
If you want to wink, I wouldn't say don't wink.
There, I winked twice.
All right.
I didn't read the question. I don't know what he's suggesting, but the winking has occurred.
All right. Well, I think he has his answer then.
Okay.
Once again, I'm not loud enough. I'm sorry, guys. Let me try to be really loud.
Am I loud enough?
You're always loud enough. It's my natural calm demeanor, I suppose. So, I was going to talk about another thing coming up. People seem to have liked the Thanksgiving challenge. I'm going to announce now that we're doing Christmas challenges too. And I won't tell you what, but because we want to save that. But we're going to do 3 special Christmas challenges. Each one has some special Christmassy element to it, and each one will have special Christmas rewards. We're going to have a pack to go along with it, much like we did for Halloween, where you can jump ahead and buy the reward if you want to, but you don't have to. You just beat the challenge and you get those Christmas items, and they're only going to be available for Christmas. And there's 3 of them, possibly 4. It depends if we can get squeeze some extra art out of Tyler before the cutoff. But we got some special stuff coming for the holiday.
Awesome.
When will it start? It starts on December 19th?
Maybe. I think the dates are
Something around there.
not set in stone, but yeah, sort of middle of the holiday season, shall we say.
We're trying to line it up for when people are off work or off school and have the time to play.
Especially if people get new computers for Christmas, that sort of thing.
Have time to pass.
Have time to
over the
participate.
Holiday. Yeah. So that it's a ways away yet, I know, but there's so much lead time in building the content for you and getting it out to you through our patch process that we're in the thick of making Christmas happen right now. So we're like modern Christmas elves.
Modern Christmas elves.
Yeah.
Nice. I
You
like
watch
that.
the Christmas shows, you see all the little elves in the North Pole. We're the modern version, right? Because we're making Christmas toys
Yeah.
to literally give away.
That's more apt with a live game than with
Yeah.
with other games,
Yeah.
to be sure.
Well, I mean, we're working hard to get it ready now, so. Will there be snow? Asks Ted. Well, Ted, funny thing about that. We have a technical artist, engineer extraordinaire named Warren. He is indispensable. Warren does all sorts of things, and he knows our game tech really, really well. And basically, if Warren says something is true, it is. And if you think he's wrong, it's only because you don't understand as well as Warren. And despite having this massive knowledge and power within the team, he is also a super nice guy. And he wrote an email last week, which I thought was a joke when I read it, but he actually meant it. And he was working on a prototype where he wanted to have a giant snow globe rise out of the ocean, rise out of the sea outside of Hong Kong, and have the player head up to it in a boat and then touch the snow globe, and the player would shrink down to become a tiny little person inside this snow globe world filled with snow and snowmen and strange combat and stuff. And he built a prototype of it in an afternoon pretty much and said, hey, we should do this for Christmas. And I saw it and I thought, holy shit. Oh, holy
Shoot.
stuff. I can't believe he just built that. And I thought, yeah, okay, let's build a challenge in this. And I was all super hyped about it. And the thing is, he then took the next 2 days off, because he too was forced to take some vacation, because he never takes vacation and he's built up too much at the end of the year. And while he was gone, we killed it in his absence because we're horrible. Because, well, I phrased it poorly. It's not that we killed it in his absence so much as we came to realize that in order to actually pull it off and put it in game and get it out to you, it would all need to be done by tomorrow afternoon. And we would need audio and some special animations and a whole bunch of people working on it pretty much non-stop. And we've got other things that are in the pipe that are half done that we need to get finished by Friday. And so it just wasn't doable in the time. And so our compromise is that it's now slated to be a future winter event coming up sometime January or February. And it'll be Warren's special gift to you all. So you're not going to have snow for Christmas, I don't think, in our world this year. But there will be snow later. How's that for an answer to a question?
Very obscure, I guess.
Yeah.
Would be.
We got someone new, I think, called Milmoka, who says, I'm French. Sorry
Bonjour.
about my bad English, but thanks for the game. I like it. Good jobs.
Well, your English is better than my French. 'Cause
My French is terrible.
Impossible for it not to be better than my French, because my French is appallingly bad.
I had to study French for many, many years in school, and then I avoided it pretty much thereafter for the rest of my life. So I can say, je ne parle français bien, je parle phonétiquement.
And that means?
I don't speak French well. I'm speaking phonetically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I've always been king of Island. So.
Okay, I've completed a racket. The question is, do I bail?
No.
I don't know. I'm pretty good at bailing.
Which racket did you do?
It was the first one I encountered.
That was the wrong one. Do this one.
It was the wrong one.
Do hackers get designs? We need to export that. And what was the other thing we were close to? Maybe electronics? Which isn't here anyway. So do this racket.
No, that was not what I meant to do.
So another thing going on under the hood right now that I'm going to tease because I can. We have a fella on our team named Rui, and Rui works on gameplay content and scripting and mission type stuff. And he's got a big piece of data going into the update that's coming out next that none of you are going to see because it's a feature in progress. It's not ready yet. But I will say that it's mission-based stuff it involves story characters, and it involves your progression in the game. How's that for a tease?
I like it.
I didn't lie. And Rue, if you're watching, hello. More pressure on you to get it all done. Also, I don't know if he's watching, but Chris, if you're there, I hope you're doing okay, and I hope everything works out well. Any other shout-outs for today?
No, I think that pretty much covers it. Thank you to everyone who donated to our Movember endeavors.
What award did you get for your little growth there?
Yeah, so in the studio, everyone who participated got.
Oh, you're doing poorly.
Apparently, hammers are hard to dodge. Oh, no.
Is it hammer time?
It is hammer time. Ah, the hammers. So many hammers. So yeah, everyone who participated was the studio voted on a series of awards, and I received the Best Topiary Award.
Yeah.
And
you know, it would be time for your combat meter if you had it.
I'll try to get it.
Or it would be time to just abuse a weapon and cheese your way through it.
You know me.
Combat prop for the win.
Not good enough to cheese things.
No, it's... So you're getting close. Jacksony, throw out your suggestions. We do want to hear them.
Yeah, the forums is the best place for
He's
suggestions.
talking about combat styles, and do we want to hear his thoughts? And the answer is yes.
Yeah, any feedback, any suggestions, anytime, we want to hear them.
Is there any TRIAD members playing TRIAD Wars?
That is a mighty fine question.
I don't suppose they want to identify themselves as such.
Probably not.
Yeah. Ted wants us to open all of Hong Kong for Christmas. We're not getting that done by tomorrow afternoon, I'm afraid.
Alas, that is
a
little more than we have the capability to do at this time.
So is it time to run away?
No, we're going to go for the Enforcer now. Which is dangerous and stupid.
Nah, you got your meter. You got weapons. Do you have unlimited ammo?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's still up and running.
You got sunglasses.
I do have sunglasses.
And it's almost nighttime.
And an awesome hat. Apparently I'm incapable of shooting through a chain link fence.
It's a tough fence.
No,
meter.
Okay.
Oh, get down. Combat meter. I'll just stop telling you what to do. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Just don't die.
I'm gonna run away a little bit to start healing up.
Yeah.
It's not working. Why is it not working, James?
Maybe that racket over there is angry.
Oh, there we go.
Well.
Oh, it started.
Good.
But
Just stay still.
There we go. Here we go. The magic healing spot of doom.
Ted asks, why don't we play with keyboard and mouse? The quick answer is because we're on a sofa. We're on a sofa
The even quicker
looking
answer
at a
is
TV screen.
I do. This is why I'm terrible right now, is because I am 100% mouse and keyboard user.
Yeah.
Okay, time to mow down some people running at me.
However, we're playing on a giant TV, on a sofa. We're many feet away from the screen. And
this is definitely a little more comfortable than if we had a desk with a mouse and keyboard. Really? That didn't kill you?
Smelter wants to show you how it's done.
He
says you shoot horribly.
I definitely shoot horribly.
Also, there's a bit of a level gap here.
There's a pretty high level gap, yeah. 4 levels?
Yeah. 4 levels is pretty much what we figure is the limit of doability for most people. Like, more than 4 levels we consider to be a way too hard a match.
That man has a level 15 hammer. That is very depressing. I want a level 20 hammer. He's level 20.
So pulling off, 2 rackets and the Enforcer if you can, with a 4 level gap, ooh, you should be pleased.
Yeah.
Any chance of Drunken Fist stuff rebalanced as one of attacks?
So, what does that mean?
that he wants to fight drunken style all the time? I don't know. Maybe you could rephrase your question. Ted wants a Santa costume. Would you settle for a Santa hat? And your Forger is not going to be sporting a big belly, I don't think.
No, not so much. Unless you're a grappler.
You could wear maybe, if there were a Santa hat, you could maybe wear a red shirt and red pants.
Oh god, so many guns.
And then have a beaver covered in red for the holidays.
Oh god. No, don't stop fighting. Shooting him through the boxes.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That's unlimited ammo at its best. Cute Amy. Do we get trains as well? Woo. Trains?
Trains. Don't die, Ian. I didn't. Yes.
I'm confused. Cute Amy likes trains.
She's not the only person.
Is Cute Amy someone from our office mocking us?
I don't think so, no.
I wouldn't put it past everyone here.
For those of you who don't know, James is a train enthusiast.
Yeah. I inexplicably like trains.
Not inexplicably.
Well, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to a lot of people. And I totally get that.
That was disappointing. I defeated an enforcer 4 levels higher than me.
Yeah.
And the RNG was not in my favor. I didn't get even a rare favor.
I think it's gotten a bit stingier lately.
Ah. Well, I'll have to have a discussion with a certain designer at some point.
Cute Amy's not from our office. Okay, good.
Yeah. No, I didn't think so.
We're not adding a train to the game. I'm not sure what you were saying there, but I'm afraid not. I see the Ralph Wiggum reference going on. I choo-choo-choose. Do you remember that?
Excellent. I do, yes.
Those Ralph Wiggum lines, they will last
friends.
forever. That's probably like 15 years old, 20 years old.
Yeah.
Where Ralph Wiggum gives Lisa a Valentine card with I choo-choo-choose you.
Look in the tongue.
And then here it is on TRIAD War Chat more than a decade or two later.
Look in the trunk. I think it
Yeah.
means trunk. Yeah, there's a tire iron. What do you know? So, I think, speaking of Cute Amy, we should get to the screenshot
Did
challenge
she,
this week.
submit one?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm just going
Well, I
to
wonder who's winning this week then.
bring up our screenshot challenges. So, the screenshot challenge last week was
What?
anything that was Thanksgiving related, turkey related, chicken related. It was
Poultry theme.
Poultry theme, yes, but not a poultry theme.
No. But what
and-
foul entries did we get then?
God.
By the way, I gotta say, since we started doing the Halloween challenge, and for weeks and weeks and weeks thereafter, we've just had so many puns flying around the office.
Yeah.
It's been ridiculous.
The Halloween challenge or the Thanksgiving challenge?
Yeah, I meant
Okay.
Thanksgiving.
Wow. It comes after Halloween.
Yeah. I meant to say it, sure.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, we had some awesome entries this week.
Is that on the screen now?
Nope.
Oh.
Third place was a @TRIAD Wars fan, which sounds very suspicious. Like we planted this, but we did not. This is an actual person who submitted this on Twitter, and the caption was, "He thinks he's a chicken," which I personally found hilarious.
Well, when I saw it, what I thought, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if I were writing captions here, I'd imagine the enforcer is like saying, I'm about to throw you over this rail. You're going to die. But instead of say uncle, he's going cluck like a chicken. Let me see your best turkey impression. You be the bird. Show me that you can fly.
Awesome.
And right before the moment of... yeah. So that's what I took out of it. Who did this one? TRIAD Wars fan?
TRIAD Wars fan, yes.
Wow. A name shrouded in mystery.
Exactly.
Could be anyone, but it's not us.
So our second place winner this week was none other than Amy. Who
With a
submitted
very
this
strong bird.
with a very, very strong bird. World's strongest chicken
Mm.
is, I think, what she commented on this one. This one she submitted on Facebook. So thank you, Amy, for your awesome submission. I love it.
I'm sure it wasn't a bug either.
No, I'm sure the chicken just got in there.
Mm.
I wonder if this was inspired by last week's stream where we were trying to land cars from jumps on top of chickens.
Is this what happens?
Maybe? I don't know. Because that would be incredible.
I just figured a car got spawned on top of a chicken, but wow.
Maybe.
Either way, that's a notable image.
I am a big fan. And our winner this week is...
A butcher.
A butcher. Slightly more morbid take on the turkey theme.
How do you pronounce that? Azshara?
Azshara.
Yeah. Azshara.
Seems right.
Yeah,
so thank you at Azshara for your awesome submission. I really like this one. I think it's a different...
Is it the moody lighting and the steam?
Yes. And it's just, he's very passionate about butchering turkeys.
Mm.
It's a different take on the whole turkey theme. I thought all our entries...
the obvious thing was to go for the birds we filled the world with.
Exactly. And all three of our top entries...
still coloring outside the lines,
yeah,
finding something else.
All three entries found sort of outside of the box ways of interpreting our
Is this in Mrs. Chu's
challenge.
kitchen, or is this by the night market? I think it's by the night market.
I think you are correct.
Ah.
Awesome.
Well...
So, the question is...
What does he win?
What does he win?
I wonder what it could be.
Same thing as every week.
Is it a t-shirt?
It is a t-shirt.
A TRIAD Wars
t-shirt.
Wow.
So just send us your mailing address and your t-shirt size to community@triadwars.com, and we will mail you an awesome t-shirt, and we'll also give you
One
a
to wear
matching
in-game.
t-shirt for your Enforcer in-game. Awesome. So...
What's next week's challenge, Ian?
That is an excellent question.
You don't know?
Nope. We'll let you know tomorrow. So
I thought it was going to be action thing.
It absolutely can be. If you want it to be your best action shots,
Do
we
I
can
get
make
to
that
decree
happen.
what the challenge is?
You do. That's the design privilege.
Okay, then. Next week's challenge is to give us a screenshot that shows 3 blue cars, 2 red cars, and 1 white car. One of which has to be on fire, with at least 5 corpses in the image.
No, I'm vetoing this. No,
Put that in the hashtag.
you're wrong. No, not happening. Pay attention on the forums,
All right, it'll be something
and on
easy.
Twitter and Facebook, and we'll announce what the screenshot challenge is tomorrow.
It might be that.
It will not be that, I guarantee it. That's
If you
way
can,
too
if
complicated.
you can submit that before he gives you a better one, I'll give you something in game.
Okay, if
you remember what I said,
you remember
and
what
you can
James
submit an
says.
image with that in the next, before tonight. So in the next, say 4 hours,
Yeah.
I will give you a special item in game that we're not going to give away to other people.
Okay.
How about
And-
that? Super secret challenge.
And how are they going to let us know about these things?
They're going to send it to community at TRIAD Wars.
Nope, post it on Twitter.
They're going to post it on Twitter, and
Or
Ian will
Facebook.
tell me
Yeah. Give them a hashtag.
James's fine challenge.
James's fine challenge.
Yeah. The prize will be something worth... Wow. Let me see. I'm going to give you a car, and it's a car that no one else has in game. That's the prize.
Wow.
And it's not just the best one, it's everyone who does this in the next 4 hours.
Okay, cool.
So if
So-
you make the effort, you're going to get it.
Next 4 hours.
Yep.
So 6:45 Pacific Standard Time is the cutoff to have this posted on Facebook
Yep.
or Twitter
Yep.
with hashtag James's
Fine
Fine
Challenge.
F-I-N-E.
Indeed. It is a fine challenge.
It's a something
It's
challenge,
got
all right?
corpses, it's got cars, it's got colors, it's got fire. What more do you want?
We have multiple people saying that they are on it.
Well, let's see. Let's see them then.
Yeah,
4 hours.
That's right, Steve. 4 hours.
Yep.
Awesome.
How's that for unscripted?
That is terribly unscripted. And yeah, I think that's it for us
That's
this
it
week.
for this week.
Yeah. New.
We didn't brag about how much food we gathered.
Yeah, we did.
27 boxes.
27 boxes.
We just said we're in 4th. That doesn't sound good.
And more to come. But we're gonna jump. And
Okay.
it's not measured totally on number of boxes. It's number of boxes per capita.
person. Yeah.
So the most boxes per the size of the company, which is probably why a certain Vancouver-based video game company
Didn't even try
because
Well, they
of
could.
their
They got so many people.
yes, but that
Why
may
wouldn't
hinder
they
them
try?
because their per capita would be lower
No.
if people didn't participate.
Yeah, but that's the same participation challenge all studios face.
Exactly. But
And they, maybe they're scared of the logistics because
Maybe.
they don't want to give. I don't know.
maybe they just don't want to lose to the likes of UFG because we're awesome.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, so another
So there you go, guys.
challenge this weekend. Melee weapon kills challenge, bonus XP this weekend.
Yep.
Lots of good stuff happening. Screenshot challenge to be posted tomorrow. James's
Special
Fine challenge. 4 hours from today.
4 hours from right now.
Yeah. Me fail English. That's impossible, someone says.
Yes. Thank you, Ralph.
And
say
yeah,
impossible all the time.
I think that's
about it.
That's it for us. So we'll see you again next week.
All right, then. Cue the
Take
music.
care, everybody.
Fade us out. Bye.
Have a good one. Hello, everybody, and we are back for another TRIAD WARS Twitch stream. I am your community manager, Iain, and with me today is...
I am James.
And you'll be noticing that there's only two of us today. Oh no, where's Steve?
He's not here.
Oh, tragic.
He's taking some time off to be with his family.
What a smart man.
He's got a newborn baby and a 3-year-old and a wife, and they've missed him.
Fair enough.
I imagine.
You imagine. Well, it's getting to that time of year. The
Yeah.
holidays are sort
Yeah.
of coming up very quickly, and so more and more people are taking a couple days off. Also missing from this week's stream is Justin, our producer, who is usually in the Twitch chat answering
Yeah.
questions. So today we have Steve, our project manager, filling in for Justin, and he will be answering your questions in the stream, and we will probably answer the occasional question as well.
I'll certainly try to do so.
Excellent. Do you want to take us into the game?
Well, why not? So here we are. It's PorkBunMan yet again, and you will see he's sporting some camo clothing, and that's because he's been turkey hunting lately.
Indeed he has.
And I thought today what we would try to do is actually level him up.
Well, we're very close to
That's
the next
the thing.
rank.
It's just tempting, right? Because
Yeah.
he's right on the brink. So I don't really know how Steve left him set up, but I do know that I want to go do some exports, and I got some ready to go.
Nice.
So that seems like maybe the thing I should go do.
A great starting point and a great way to get a bunch of face really quite easily, quite quickly.
Yeah. Plus, look at me.
True. But yeah, again, it's the year sort of winding down, and things are a little bit slower at this time of year. People taking time off to spend with Steve and Justin, spend with their families.
Mind you, they're not off for the holiday. They're just taking time now.
Just taking time.
Actually, you know what it is? We're kind of misleading people. It's not that they're taking time off for the holiday. It's they've taken no vacation all year long, and HR is demanding that they use up some of that time because they can't just sit on it forever. And so because they've worked tirelessly, like Steve never was on holiday, so he's just piled up days for years, and they told him he had to go take a few. So he under protest for a few days, but he'll be back next week.
I guess there are worse things to have happen
Well, yeah.
in your life.
Well, for the players, you can't ask for more out of them.
Yeah. He's dedicated for sure. But yeah, so it's going to be a little bit of a lighter update because of the downtime, but
Because of Slacker Steve.
Yeah, we'll get right back at it in the new year, and you can expect some relatively big things coming in the next year or so.
Oh.
Set the
Apparently I'm
game
too
volume
quiet.
down. Do you want to pull up the settings?
No,
Oh, I guess you can if you're
not right now.
mid-export. We'll get to that in just a second. Oh, no, you can.
There's a bit of a delay on it.
Audio. Oh, that's
we're all the
about
way
as
down.
low as they can go. You're just going to have to start
I have to be
talking louder.
Fine, I'm really excited. And big machine guns and stuff like that, which weren't coming in favor packs for him recently. Not since we added the change that added these rank unlocks. So, next rank, we've got big money coming in, but we can do much better. Let's get rich. Get to Incense Master, and we'll have the connections we need to boost export profits through the roof. What's that mean? Well, they're worth about 30-40% more next rank. So you're going to make a ton more money, and it's going to be a lot easier to pay for everything, basically.
It's an impressive buff.
I like it. So now that I've ranked up, let's go enjoy the rank a little. By which I mean get some upgrades and stuff.
Cool.
That was slow to load.
It was. So we can upgrade our safe house now.
Yeah, and that's sort of my first thing to do always. Because safe house lets me build everything else and launder more money. So I got the money for it. Boom. That's now happening.
So we still have a reasonable amount to work on some rackets, which is the racket of choice for...
The biggest thing is actually going to be the warehouse. Because when I upgrade my warehouse, the exports pay out better.
Okay.
It's not just the amounts are larger, but the returns get higher.
Nice.
So exporting becomes more valuable per commodity as well. However, I do have one export ready to go now, and if I upgrade this, I'll need a little more designs. But maybe that's a good thing. I still want that higher rate. So this screen doesn't make it super clear, really, in my camo outfit.
And your awesome vehicle, which should be sitting out front there.
Oh, is it selected?
It should be, yes.
Oh.
So yeah, don't have a ton of new stuff to talk about this week. Of course, last week we were talking all about our Fantastic Fall update. Don't have another update this week. We did have a small maintenance window yesterday morning, which was just to fix a few little minor bugs here and there. Which, yeah, small improvements to the game, probably things that most people won't have noticed, but when they did notice them were somewhat annoying. So those are fixed, and we can move forward from there. And we'll hopefully have another update to the game sort of mid-December, which will...
Yeah, it's probably around 2 weeks away. And it's got a bunch of little improvements, little incremental changes, stuff to the store, a lot of things under the hood. It's not going to be one where you're going to go, oh my god, I can't believe they did that thing. But it will make the game better, and it's got some stuff under the hood that lets us do more with the game in the longer term.
Yep.
So, not the most exciting for you as a player today, but it's good stuff in the long term.
There are a few little
things. Yeah, there's some things
that we won't really talk about today, but
I am not allowed.
Just that they exist and that they are going to be fun.
How's that for vague? Hey everyone, we're doing things we're not telling you about.
But they're fun things, and you will like them. That's our prediction.
Please believe us. It could be true. I'm happy to be here. I can't wait to do another export for you all. How about that?
Is that better?
I think somewhere Steve M is groaning.
Perhaps. Still waiting for feedback from the Twitch chat of... thank you.
There's a bit of a delay.
Yeah.
Thank you for yelling. You're welcome.
That's not a comment you hear very often.
No, most people want me to shut up. Still, I'm thrilled and delighted that you want to actually hear me, so...
Good times. So, some cool things going on around the office in this holiday season. I'm sure a lot of you may not know this, but winter is kind of a tough time of year for some people who are less fortunate, less privileged, especially in the food department.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of awesome endeavors in different parts of the world to, collect food for families over the holiday season. And I'm proud to say that UFG is participating in one such endeavor with the Vancouver Food Bank. You may have heard of the hashtag GamersGatherGrub, which is, ooh, look at this. Perfect timing.
I am now a Red Pole.
Nice. So what does being a Red Pole get you?
It lets me use heavy weapons.
Nice.
Which our long-term players already know as being a thing they always had, but for newer players who are ranking up now for the first time, the big guns unlock at Red Pole.
Awesome.
And so PorkBunMan now gets them, which means that when he buys favor packs, he can get grenade launchers,